It is 3 in the morning. The house is completely silent, and then it hits, a sharp, rising wail from the crib. You stand over your baby in the dark, swaying and whispering, while a single question loops in your mind. What do you want? Look at this frequency comparison. Down here is a normal adult speaking voice, sitting between 85 and 255 hertz. But look at what happens when a healthy infant cries. The pitch soars to between 250 and 700 hertz. That higher, sharper sound is biologically designed to cut through background noise and hijack the part of your brain that simply cannot relax until the sound is resolved. You can sleep through traffic or a humming fridge, but this signal snaps you awake instantly. That overwhelming anxiety isn't a sign that you are doing something wrong. It is evidence that the biological alarm is working flawlessly to ensure the baby receives proximity and care. This is the acoustic fingerprint of a hunger cry. Notice the rhythmic pattern. It starts low and builds into a steady, pulsing beat. Cry, pause. Cry, pause. It sounds like a request being repeated until it gets an answer. The pain cry is a dramatic contrast. It does not build, it detonates. There is no warm-up, just a long, piercing wail that arrives at maximum intensity, often followed by a held breath and a moment of silence before the next burst. Research in Spain has found that the face often reveals what the ears might miss. Mariano Cholas at the University of Valencia observed infants crying to see how facial configurations changed based on specific negative emotions. When an infant is in pain, eyes are squeezed tightly shut and the forehead is furrowed. In anger, the eyes are half-closed and unfocused. But fear produces a different result. The eyes stay wide open, sometimes with a startled stare, as the cry bursts out. This combination of sonic rhythms and facial markers creates a powerful illusion, the sense that a definitive codebook exists for every interaction. However, the data tells a different story. In clinical trials, when adults are asked to identify the cause of a recorded cry, they are right only about a third of the time. Even advanced machines struggle to achieve higher accuracy. Scientists describe crying as a non-specific signal. This means the exact same sounding cry can originate from completely different physical needs. A baby might sound identical whether they are hungry, cold, or simply overtired. The idea that a universal cry dictionary exists is a myth. No pediatrician, algorithm, or experienced parent possesses a perfect method for translating these sounds. Nature did not provide a guaranteed map for matching every sound to a single need. The heavy burden of guilt that so many parents carry for not instantly knowing is based on an impossible standard. While diagnosing a stranger's cry is difficult, you are remarkably good at recognizing your own baby. Parents pick their infant's voice out with striking reliability. Your brain has tuned itself to the unique signature of this one person. Developmental researchers describe crying as a graduated signal. It isn't a simple on-off switch. It is a continuum where the frequency and tone shift as discomfort grows. This signal allows you to respond to the volume and the urgency without needing to pin down the exact cause. A baby winding up slowly gives you time to step in. A baby at full force tells you the need is immediate, whatever it is. Understanding the graduated signal establishes the parent as a reliable responder to intensity. You can provide comfort effectively even when the specific reason for the distress remains a mystery. Long-term psychological safety is built through presence. Pioneers of attachment theory, like Bowlby and Ainsworth, found that responding sensitively to distress builds a secure bond. You will guess incorrectly at times. You might offer a bottle when they wanted to be held, or rock them when they were simply overtired. But by staying present through the distress, you teach the child that when they are overwhelmed, someone comes to help. It also helps to remember that this intensity is temporary. Crying typically follows a predictable arc, peaking around the 6-week mark before gradually easing as the baby finds new ways to communicate. The 3 a.m. cry represents the opening lines of a lifelong conversation. While you may not identify the exact cause of every outburst, the act of holding them and staying through the distress remains a profound success.